Shawn right here for MuscularDevelopment.com and MD Latino. I am at the Arnold Classic, the third annual, with Shawn Flexitron Rhoden. Shawn, we're in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, 24 hours before the third annual Arnold Classic. What's happening here at the SciTech booth?
Just trying to enjoy the view.
Absolutely. A very good view, I might add. How's business?
Business is great. You know, this is my last trip before start my Olympia prep, so just trying to get the most out of it and get ready to just focus on the Olympia.
Absolutely. I know coming to these shows, meeting your fan, it's got to supercharge you, because when you go home, it's a very lonely, isolated road to that Mr. Olympia. But how important is it for you to watch these guys in great shape and then go home and go back to work?
It's a bit of a motivation. You know, I just came back from Kuwait. You were there, saw Big Ramy on stage, and coming here knowing that one of my closest friends, Cedric, is going to be on stage also. New York Pro saw Juan and Victor. It's a little bit of a motivation because those guys are gunning for one of the top 5 spots at the Olympia. So
absolutely
motivate me a lot more.
You think you're at an advantage because they're peaking now and they got to have to sustain it, and you're just going to get started when you go home?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a bit tough trying to hold that condition, all the way through to the Olympia. I've tried it a few times and it could kill you.
Well, speaking about the motivation, so after Arnold Schwarzenegger told everybody he wanted guys with smaller guts, what are you going to do to fit the mold, bro? What are you going to do?
Yeah, that's been one of my trademarks: small waist, big legs, wide shoulder. The past few years I've just been working on perfecting everything else, and I think this offseason we had a chance to add some size, not so much as weight. So it's going to be very interesting walking out the stage, a few pounds heavier and a smaller waist, and see what these guys are bringing.
Not to mention, you know who you got to beat. I mean, you got 45-year-old Dexter Jackson, 45 years old. You hear me, Dexter? I said 45, old man Dexter. You got Dennis Wolf, obviously, the main players that are there. You got to take somebody out, Shawn, to make a statement this year. So what exactly do you think you're going to have to do to your physique to make you stand out above those guys that have been there for so long?
My goal is to take Phil out, and no disrespect to anybody else. And my focus this offseason has been solely on what can I do to be better than last year. I thought last year, I brought a pretty, good package to the Olympia. So no, just focusing on what can I do, to be on stage. The last 2 name call out, between myself and Phil Heath. Again, no disrespect to anyone, but training, everybody wants to be number 15.
Right.
So.
And right now, you just threw the first jab at Phil Heath. You heard it, Phil. Shawn's coming for you. He said, I want to take out Phil Heath. What will you have to do that?
Again, I made a lot of improvement this offseason, and I've seen it as, with the size-wise to, stand next to Phil with a smaller waist and, just try to out-condition him. I know my game is never to out-muscle anybody on stage because I'm never going to be the biggest guy on stage, so I have to go with what worked for me. Symmetry, a little bit, thicker, smaller waist, and just go out and rock.
All right, Shawn Rhoden laying it down. He said he just needs to come in conditioned with that small waist and out-muscle the bigger Phil Heath and take number 15. For Shawn Rhoden, I'm Shawn right here in Brazil at the Arnold Classic, MuscularDevelopment.com.